Think about the classic classroom dynamic today. For decades, we have sorted students into two neat boxes: the diligent, hardworking achiever and the lazy slacker who just refuses to apply themselves. But any teacher will tell you that real classrooms are full of anomalies. You have the student who never cracks a book, maximum, or leaves stuck on zero. Treating drive as a simple sliding scale creates a significant blind spot. It causes our education system to discipline and penalize struggling students without ever identifying the specific mechanical failures causing them to slip behind. To see exactly what drives academic success, we can examine this 2024 study from the Luxembourg Center for Educational Testing. By analyzing the habits and outcomes of over 12,000 ninth grade students, researchers mapped the specific variables of human drive. They identified that motivation is built on three distinct pillars. First is self-concept, your underlying belief in your own capability. Second is interest, value and curiosity found in the material. And third is conscientiousness, raw discipline and willingness to complete tasks. Every student relies on a unique mix of these traits. For example, high interest but low conscientiousness. Because of this, raw intelligence, or IQ, alone cannot predict how well a student will perform. You have to map exactly how these three specific traits interact with one another. This graph shows the results when researchers ran the data through a latent profile analysis. Instead of a messy spectrum, the data revealed that students naturally group into exactly 6 distinct motivational profiles. 2 of these profiles represent the obvious extremes. At the very top, you have the highly motivated students, who score high in everything. At the bottom, you have the amotivated students, who report low levels across all 3 indicators. These groups behave as expected. High scores across all 3 pillars correlate directly to higher grades and school satisfaction, while the amotivated group struggles academically and reports the lowest levels of school satisfaction. But the most interesting findings sit in the middle. The remaining 4 profiles reveal contradictory patterns where hard work and academic success do not line up. Look closely at this dotted line, representing the unconfident profile. These students report high interest and high conscientiousness. They care about school and they work hard, but their line plummets on self-concept. They believe they are incapable of succeeding. Researchers refer to this as the interference effect. When a student believes they lack intelligence, that internalized self-doubt undermines the benefits of their hard work. The result is poor grades and extreme test anxiety. Now, compare them directly to the self-confident profile, represented by this dashed line. These students lack discipline. They have low interest in learning, but they have a huge spike in academic self-concept. The data reveals a very stark paradox. The self-confident students who care less and study less consistently score higher test grades than the diligent, hard-working students who doubt their own abilities. A high academic self-concept can carry an undisciplined student to passing grades. Meanwhile, a low self-concept acts as a heavy anchor, sinking a student who is otherwise doing everything right. Then we have the absolute largest group in the study, making up 54% of all ninth graders, the conscientiously motivated. Looking at their chart, you can see a distinct gap. Their discipline sits much higher than their genuine interest in the subjects. This group relies on the compensation effect. They find school boring, but they compensate for that lack of natural curiosity through sheer brute force discipline and rule following. Their discipline successfully saves their grades, but it comes with a steep hidden cost. Running entirely on willpower without any intrinsic passion for the material generates significantly elevated levels of school anxiety. Pure, unyielding discipline can manufacture good test scores, but it essentially trades a student's long-term mental health for short-term academic survival. Based on this data, parents and educators need to rethink the phrase, "just try harder." Telling an unconfident student to try harder is scientifically useless. They are already putting in the hours. What they need is targeted intervention to rebuild their academic self-concept. Similarly, demanding endless discipline from students while failing to make the material actually interesting creates a generation primed for severe anxiety and eventual burnout. We have to shift to a diagnostic approach. If a student is failing, we need to treat their motivation as a multi-layered system where we have to isolate exactly which component is failing to engage.
Long-term academic success and mental well-being aren't achieved by maximizing raw effort. They require nurturing a sustainable balance of self-belief, genuine curiosity, and healthy discipline.